Welcome everybody to a look at the first film in the Tales of Adventure Collection number 8 box set from Imprint Films, and it is 1916's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So this is directed by Stuart Patton, who I've not seen anything else from before. It's a science fiction silent film that clocks in 86 minutes long. Being a silent film that's, well over 100 years old, I've not seen much from the cast before. In fact, there's only one cast member I've seen anything significant from, and that was Deluge, arguably the first modern set disaster film. And yeah, during the Civil War, reports of a sea monster attacking ships alarm the Navy. An investigation finds the monster is a submarine, the Nautilus, commanded by vengeance-seeking Captain Nemo, who was once an Indian prince. So, although this isn't without its issues, the latter half of this is predominantly engaging, with some solid characterization, and the technical achievements for a film of this age are impressive, albeit only to a certain extent. So this film took about 2 years to film and cost about $500,000, which in 1916 is a hell of a lot, and in about today's money, that's roughly nearly $12 million. So quite a substantial amount. But yeah, the technical achievements are only the most impressive thing about this film, quite frankly, because unfortunately, the first half of this is glacial in terms of its pacing, while having a lot of filler. So there's a lot of underwater scenes, which, granted, is impressive for the time. It is the first feature-length film to be shot underwater. Predating the likes of Creature from the Black Lagoon by nearly 40 years. So yeah, that is impressive, but it also uses it for a lot of filler where we're just looking at the seabed, having basically like a nature documentary in a lot of ways, which yeah, just doesn't move the plot forward at all, doesn't provide anything really interesting to look at, and yeah, obviously provides no real characterization. There are also a pair of characters that are in blackface, which feels entirely unnecessary. Now, I know it's part of the film as part of the time. This is only a year or so after the birth of a nation and such, but yeah, it just doesn't feel necessary at all. You could have easily had these characters be something else and therefore not had to be blacked up. Or you could just, employ non-white actors. It's not like there isn't any non-white actors in this at all. We have scenes that are set in India before the events of the current narrative that have plenty of non-white actors in it. There's also a black character in this as well that is part of a balloon expedition. So it's not like they didn't have anyone to use. It just feels like they didn't want to for some whatever reason. The plot is also rather basic, which obviously isn't helped by the fact that it's got a lot of filler in there. And there is the goofiest looking giant squid you'll ever see, with the biggest eyes, and doesn't look anatomically correct whatsoever, which is hilarious when you consider, the giant squid or octopuses or anything like that, or hardly mythical creatures. You could find one anywhere and just, you know, use that as a blueprint to make a monster. So yeah, it's not great by any means, but I can certainly respect it for its technical achievements. And like I said, the latter half is definitely better, and also it is mercifully short. It is under 90 minutes. Like I said, if this was as long as, say, the Thief from Baghdad, which we reviewed um, earlier this week, which 8 years newer, but also more than an hour longer, then yeah, this would have been torturous. But mercifully, it is under 90 minutes, and like I said, the latter half is pretty good. So yeah, it gets 3 out of 5. Not a great start to this box set, but since I do know that there are at least two films in here that I've enjoyed in the past, it's not the worst start that we've ever had for a box set of this type. It's also got a 1080p high definition presentation with a musical score by Orlando Perez Rosso. The musical score definitely does help, you know, get past some of the filler elements of this. And it's also got audio commentary by film historian Anthony Slide. So, yeah, I don't think this has had any restoration work, certainly not any recently. But it still looks decent enough. You can certainly see what is going on and everything. It's not like there's a great deal, a lack of detail or anything like that. But yeah, being a film as old as it is, it's not surprised that it doesn't look perfect. But still, looks solid enough, and yeah, is at least able to see what is going on. It's just a shame that the pacing, the blackface, and such is just, yeah, really does put a downer on the film, quite frankly. So yeah, that is a shame. But hopefully, the films that I haven't seen in this box set are much better than this one. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching. If you haven't seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.